Okay, now this is the third way of assigning the pay group to an employee. We do have fourth way of assigning the pay group to an employee, that is EIB. Actually, I would like to discuss all EIBs at once, but let's start now so that it will be easy to learn. This EIB configuration normally will be taken care by integration team. Inbound EIBs, they will configure, but you may require to run this EIB. So what is this? This is required. This approach is required if you are assigning, if you would like to assign or change the pay group. Pay group for mass employees. For example, I want to change the pay group for 100 employees. If I go manually with this approach or with this approach, it will be a time-consuming process. Correct? 100 times I have to go to employee. If I go with this approach, at one stretch, I can assign pay groups for all the employees in one go. Let's see how to do that. Access the task, create EIB. Normal, I would like to show from the scratch, or else I'm sure there will be a delivered EIB for this. Okay, so let's go with that. This is the EIB. Anyhow, you are not going to create in real time. So you're going to use the existing one. So let me explain. So access the task, view integration system. Or would you like to learn how to create EIB? Let's do that. That's fine. I will explain. Create EIB. Name it RMS. Assign. It's an inbound EIB. All inbound EIB means you are loading data into Workday. Next, get the data. Here, scroll down. Web service operation. Search for assign. Next. Next, no need to do any other changes. Directly can go next. Okay. Only web service I've selected and name. Now go to the task, view integration system. Search for our RMS assign pay group. Okay. Related actions of this pay group. Integration. Sorry guys. Related actions. Navigate to the template model. Generate spreadsheet template. XLS format. Confirm. You have XLM also, but always select XLS. Submit. Refresh until this is complete. Here one file will be available. Ma'am, you are from SAP, right? It's a kind of a legacy system migration workbench for you, LSMW. A kind of file is generated. Select. File is downloaded. Select. Open the file. This is the web screen. Web service XLS. Okay, first let's discuss this one, then after we'll talk about that. If you go with this approach, what question you will have to ask to our customer? How many employees you are processing? Based on that, you have to enter not able to maximize it. I hope you are able to see it comfortably. How many employees? If I'm assigned 10 employees, I'll give 10 rows here. If I give 100 employees, 100 rows here. Assign pay group event ID is optional. Let's Workday will generate. If you want to override the ID, you can give text, or if you want to Workday, sorry, two options. The event ID you want to generate, then you can give some numeric. Or you want Workday to generate the event ID, ignore. Don't give anything, Workday will generate it. Worker employee ID. For whom you would like to assign this pay group? Go and search for one employee. I will see someone from his, okay, someone from his team. Let's take Dana Merrick. I'm going to assign this guy to our pay group. Currently, he is holding this pay group, US semi-monthly. I'm going to give our pay group, RMS pay group, through EIB. What details I need? I need his employee unique ID 21032. I will give here. Two 1032 employee unique ID. Which pay group you want to assign? RMS. Go to the pay group. Go to the pay group related action because I need the reference ID, view ID. Copy this. Pay group 666. Copy paste it here. Make sure no spaces. So we are telling to this integration for this employee assign this pay group. The pay group ID we have to enter this one, unique ID. Okay. Position. What is the employee's position ID? Also we have to assign. Can you tell me why position is required since I already gave employee ID? Position ID also, why Workday is asking us? Any guess?
Based on the positions, we will consider the pay.
Right. Sometimes an employee may have two positions, additional job, correct? Sometimes an employee may hold two positions, primary position, secondary position. For which position you want to assign? That's the reason here position ID is important. So his position is this, corporate paralegal, P-0053 is the ID. So give the same one here, P-0000 P-0053.
Does the pay group actually get assigned to the position or to the employee record?
Worker. That's why
Worker. Okay.
primary key is worker, secondary key is which position.
Got it.
Okay. Then effective date. When you would like to assign the pay group to an employee, that effective date. Challenge is here only because format issues will come, but still I will try. My laptop has this date format issues. So the format YYYMDD 2022, then 01, some random data will select 0. So January, February, sorry guys, John 5th, I'm assigned this pay group to this employee. So always make sure it should be this format. Okay, YYYMMDD. So I will try to format it, but I'm little afraid here. especially in the date format, multiple times I saw. This will suit. Okay. Now by checking here, I will see, looks like fine, but let's give a try. Event ID I am not giving. What is event ID? Event ID means we assigned our members, right? Yeah, we assigned our members. If I go to this guy, job, worker history, this is the pay group, right? Pay group event. View ID. This is nothing but event ID. So Workday is asking you, if you're not giving an ID here, I will generate automatic ID, something like this. Or do you want to give a custom ID? You can give ID, something like ABCD 1 2 3 4 something. So instead of, if I give this one, instead of this ID, you are able to see this ID. Okay. So I'm not giving, let's go through, it might be an inter question. To assign the pay group to an employee through EIB, what data we need? We need employee ID, we need pay group ID, we need position ID, we need the effective date. Okay. And then move on to overview page. Here, pay group is a business process. Do you want to trigger approvals or do you want to automatically complete the process? Here you have options. I will select automatic processing, which means no approval should trigger, no notification should trigger, process should be completed. Manual means you are assigned in the pay group, but approval steps still trigger. I will select automatic, no approval should trigger. Discard unexit validation error. I am loading I'm assigned the pay group for 100 employees. If I identify 5 employees are running into errors, I don't want to proceed further. I will select yes. Processing comment, you can give some incident number 0000234. You might have some ticket RMT, RATM number, change ticket number, right? Give it here for a reference. Any questions here on this page? Shall we test?
Can we save this and just reuse it every time?
Of course, ma'am. Definitely. You can reuse, we can reuse at any given time. Until sometimes what happens is, as part of the new updates, Workday may do some changes. At that time, it may not work, but until the new change is coming, we can reuse the EIB any multiple times, no limit.
So probably after each major release, we would want to just confirm it works.
Yeah.
Twice a year. Okay.
Right. But then there might not be like every 6 months is an impact. Might be 2 years, 3 years. They may come up with new terms, new names. Earlier, this row is not there.
Got it.
Earlier, this row also not there because directly it will hit the primary position. Okay. Now Workday has come with some customers will raise concerns, right? Hey, I have 2 positions, but you have given an option to assign pay for 1 position. How can I override to my secondary position? Gap. Workday gave this feature. Similarly, hey, the event ID generating automatically, we are not able to read, our integrations are not reading. I would like to give my own event ID. Done, new feature, like that. Okay. Okay, let me save this record. We'll give a try. Is it pass or fail? We will see. Okay, since I'm going to access, okay, let's see. Go to the task, view, view integration system. I've accessed the task view integration system. Search for RMS. Okay. Related actions, integration, launch or schedule. Okay. Select this prompt. You're going to attach the document, the spreadsheet template. So I'm going to pause for a second because once I select, it will display my downloads. Just pausing for a second. Select files. Assign pay group. See here, I attached the file. Okay. Now see the parameters. File we have attached. Error limit. For example, 100 people were assigned in the pay group. And I'm validating the file. If 10 employees run into error, stop loading. I have an option here. If I get 10 records, 10 errors out of 100, stop, don't load. If I get at least one error, stop, don't load. If I get unlimited errors, stop, don't load. So I'm saying this criteria. Okay. Validation only. This is a simulation. If I select validation only is yes. This is a simulation, which means actual file is not loading into Workday, but it's reading the data. So that based on the result, you can take a call. Why this is validation only mode is required? Can anyone tell me how it helps?
We can reduce the errors before loading
Correct.
the
Right. We can reduce errors. For example, 100 employees I'm loading. And I'm successfully loading without validating. All the records, I'm assuming all records will go. 30 records are loaded, 7 records got failed. Now manually I have to exclude the 30 records successfully processed and load again for 70 employees. High critical task. So make sure that's why simulate it first. All the records are successfully loading, then only load it. So select the checkbox errors. If you run into any errors, would you like to display the attachment with the integration? Select this checkbox. We assign the spreadsheet template. I'm saying load error limit will be unlimited, and I'm selecting I'm running in validation mode. I'm not loading the data. Errors attachment. Okay. Refresh until it says successfully completed 100%. Refresh. Let's see, we'll get an error or first attempt successfully processed. I'm afraid on the date related things. We are into error, but it's a good learning. Let's see what is error. It doesn't give a clear idea for you here. Okay, so what you have to do is output file. This is the failure report. Select this failure report, and then here this report is available. Just a second, I'm going to open this report. As I guessed, expected, issue is with invalid format of the date. That's why it's got failed. Let's do format again. Working on EIB required more patience until you are comfortable. And once you know how to debug the errors, trust me, you like this process. Repeating the process again, integration details, system, related action, integration, launch or schedule. Okay. Attach the file. Select file. Attach the file. It's running for scanning for virus. Okay. Specific validation only load. Okay. This process should be repeat until we have loaded successfully.
Yeah, for just 100, I might just do them manually. You know, I mean, after all this,
still I have an error. I know this is a date error only. Sure.
so while you're doing that, I've been doing all the exercises in the main book, but then we also have this payroll consulting core book. Should we do those too?
Yes, ma'am. Both. First, please go with payroll consulting core. Okay. Here we go again. The error. Error is an effective date, as I mentioned. Okay. Can you please help me if you guys have Excel skills? What is the best way to process this effective date?
You need to put a format on that.
Right.
You need to format it. Go to right click format.
Yeah. Format cells.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go there and you need to do, I think you do, no, I don't think is it text or?
Now I changed it to text by I gave the column here. Now I'm thinking it should work. It should work. Ah, okay. Sorry, guys.
Too many twos, too many twos.
That's what, ma'am. One dot also is enough to fail the entire integration.
Yeah. Is it text format now?
Yes, yes. I gave the column, hence it is text format. Shall I give it a try? If not, please help me on this, please. Okay.
Is
I'll give it a
everything
try.
on the spreadsheet text format? Actually, everything?
Yes, yes. Work.
Okay.
No, I mean, wherever the numeric is giving, I'm making it the text format. So wherever the subject by default system will pick up a text format, not into numbers. But anyhow, we are not getting error here, nor here, nor here. It's just saying the effective date you have entered is not in format. I believe now this should work since I might given 2, so many twos could be a reason. And now I also made the text. We'll give it a try. Okay. Give me a second.
Okay.
These are all good learnings. Yeah.
Okay.
But working on EIBC is really fun. Same time, first few times
It is
we
fun,
don't
yeah.
like. But first few times we don't like to work on EIBs, especially when I'm learning EIBs. Integration, launch, schedule, repeating the same process, integration attachment, select files, attach the file. Okay. Now let me directly load. Anyhow, we are loading one file. If it fail also fine, that's okay. If it's successful, load also fine. Okay, error attachment, yep. Refresh. I'm confident now it should work. Let's see. After edit it's taken time means it should, now it is working. Why? Based on what I'm saying is working, I can see the processing time is now 11 seconds. Earlier 9 seconds is failing. It means it's reading the data. Good, 94. Completed. Now let's go to our pay group and see this employee is assigned to our system or not. Okay. So here you can see the process successfully completed. Further, if you want to see process information, one record. Oh, the main important one. Scroll down, please. Here you can see total records 1. If you load 100 records, you can see 100 records. Total records processed 1. Total records failed 0. All records successfully loaded. If you see validation here, if you select validation, it show validated. Okay. Sorry, we're on top of the time for 2 minutes. Please bear with me. Quickly, we'll see the result and then we'll hold. View pay group. Dynamic should be, must be part of our pay group. RVS. Okay. Dynamic is part of our pay group. Finally, we assign an employee to pay group. Any questions on these 4 approaches we discussed? Sorry.